precedents being controlled by the United States departments. So, what I have here, guys, is real. This is what I have in my hand, and I'll leave. A lot of guys testified without submitting. You get to June 19. If you guys don't want to write 10 pages, which I am submitting my 10 pages, you can sign this. We will make sure this gets to the department so that you guys' vote will be accountable as no, 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 no. I hear plenty of you guys come up here with respect and just say verbally, they ain't taking that. It's just emotions. Trust me. I know how this whole deal spans with. So all I got to say, yeah, for the department, that you said there is not a process around, that's misleading the people. Because our foreign affairs is in dialogue with Eric Holder right now with the lawful Hawaiian government, and you guys know there is a process. Some people might not understand what we're doing, but when you read the apology bill, what does it identify? It identifies that the lawful government is the proper claimant. Not Kanai Olovalu, not OHA, not Kauai Noa, and not the state of Hawaii. People, we got to get real, bro. If you guys want to object, come see me. You're not signing up with us, but this paper will go in as an objection. Thank you.
Thank you. So with that, thank you, Mr. Pa. We're going to take some questions. Do you guys have some questions, or do you want to just start with these guys one-on-one? Oh, come. If you have a question, come on up. And this part is not part of the record, so I want you to know the comments were part of the record. The questions and answers are not.
My name is Elaine Yadal. I would like to ask all of you, I know, Esther, you wouldn't be for something like this. I've read some of your opinions and I wasn't terribly impressed. Rhea, I think you get it. This is the wrong jurisdiction, and I wonder why DOE is here, why they hopped on a plane so fast to Hawaii, and why they're here. DOI, excuse me. And I'm also wondering if the reason could be that you've been misled. Robin Danner, OHA, and a handful of others have been feeding you some pretty nasty information, fraudulent, self-serving information. They've also had the president's ear. Now, to have a presidential audience, I can understand why DOI would be here. Mr. Crabb's letter was never answered. If the courtesy to answer his letter had been provided, maybe the State Department would be here instead. But my question is basically, would the U.S. government consider an investigation into Robin Danner and OHA for fraudulent acts committed not only against the Hawaiian people, but the U.S. government and the federal government? And if the federal government is truly sincere about helping the Hawaiians and proving their sincerity, would one of you consider asking President Obama for an executive order to halt all construction and development, a moratorium on these lands until this issue is properly decided or a process started? Because in the meantime, while we squabble over these things, the lands are getting eaten up. The Hawaiians won't have anything to fight over. Unless that's your plan, let's get real. Let's get sincere. An EO, an executive order from President Obama against development, any further development at this time. Thank you.
And I'd ask if you can keep your questions to the presentation. So come on out. Thank you.
Mahalo. Hey, Kalamai. You've heard, my name is Kalani Kumai. I am a citizen of the Hawaiian Kingdom. You've heard the testimony not only here tonight, but you've heard over, I believe, 6 or 7 other hearings in our Pai'aina. You've heard from about 2,000 of our relations. You've heard a resounding no to your proposed rule change. You've heard a lot of grief and emotions. But what can you take back to Washington? What can you offer us to help us? You've heard how you cannot help us with the proposed rule change. You've heard resoundingly that the Kingdom of Hawaii is the proper venue to have dialogues with that represents our people. How can you help? Is what I'm asking. If this process is flawed, as it surely is, what process can be negotiated that will assist and aid and render help to the situation? Please consider that. You've heard what you cannot do and what is not appropriate. Please, if you're earnest in your ethics and your considerations, look at how you can help. Thank you. Aloha.
Thank you very much. I think it might be more helpful. It looks like people are going out and getting food. Maybe what the panel is going to do is they're going to make themselves available. If you, okay, no, you can take the question to them. So we're going to let Rhea do some closing remarks, and then they're going to do one-on-one questions. So Rhea, did you want to say anything? No. Okay. It looks like it's just so many people outside. Again, mahalo to the community of Waimea and Kauai. Thank you very much for your hospitality.
No question.
They'll be here for a little while. Mahalo.
I got a question. I'd like the people here so you can respond if you can, please. Real simple. Can you give them the mic? You can respond on the mic. That'd be great. My question is to the Department of Interior. Because you guys stated that you're in compliance with the United Nations policy, Obama passed an act in 2010 on the Declaration of Human Rights Violations under the international treaties. Okay? Based upon that, the Department of Interior was required to do a periodical report on the Hawaiian people. Okay? And are you guys still in compliance with that report of giving an update? You guys are the Department of Interior. It comes from the Department of Interior. I got the documents. It's called Periodic Reports, Visions of the United Nations based on the United States relationships. And you guys don't know nothing about this? That's my question. But I want to ask you one more question.
I'm actually not an expert. I'm not an expert on that.
We're done. How you turn off this mic?